Hi everybody, welcome back to Cloud9 Intuitive. My name is Janine and I am here to do a weekly collective message. And then at the end of the reading, I will pull one card for each zodiac sign for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. So stick around to the end if you're so inclined. And then also, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, the link to do that is in the description box below. It's the only way that you can book a personal reading with me, so please go ahead and click that if you have questions. I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. Also, please follow me on Twitter and Instagram. The links for those platforms will also be below. Feel free to join us over on Patreon. We've got a nice community over there. So if I resonate with you as a reader, it's a great place to be, and I'd love to see you over there. And then other than that, let's just sort of hop into this reading and see what we've got going. Oh, please like, share, comment, subscribe if you are compelled to do so. I would really appreciate it. It helps to make the energy more real, and it also helps me to grow. So please do all of the things, interact with me, and I will interact with you. All right, so let's get into this reading for the week. We do have a full moon in Aquarius, which is my sun sign, coming up later this week on the 23rd or the 24th, depending on where you are in the world. Yeah, it would be the, wait, on the the 23rd or the 24th, I believe, depending on where you are in the world. So that's coming up. That's very exciting. Also, Venus is moving into Virgo, which is also very exciting. More practical expressions of love. I'm looking forward to that energy. Sprinkle me if you want to. And let's hop into it. Let's see. Messages for the collective, please, for the week. Can I get some messages for the collective, please, for the week? Can I have three of these? Ooh, three of these cards, please. One more. Okay, we got five, so we're going to take all five of these and see what we've got. Let's see. Interesting. So this is very specific. It's coming through. We got Deep Diver, Horned Cactus, Resourcefulness, the Crossing, Initiation, the Wailing Tree, Reconciliations, and then Benefactor, Grace and Generosity. It's coming through to me as like some people might be really engaged in like, I mean, this is very Aquarian energy, but humanitarian projects, something that they feel is going to be of benefit to the larger collective. Building bridges between communities is coming up. So I don't know who that's for or who's out there that's doing that, but it's important work. You might be in the part of the work that requires a lot of attention to detail, to sort of bring the thing together. So out of like the sort of broader planning phase and into more of the nitty gritty phase of the work. For others, you might be like going deeper into some sort of relationship, or like trying to learn more about a person, or even like learn more about, it could be learn more about like a career field or job or something like that. But you're diving deep. You're going down the rabbit hole here is what I want to say. You're going down the rabbit hole because you're like all in at this point. Like you're all in. You want to go all in, so you want to know everything there is to know. For some of you, you are trying to learn everything before you declare. I think it's already been decided that you're all in, but it hasn't necessarily been declared. And so before you declare that you're all in, you want to know everything there is to know to avoid any prickly spots that might pop up. But I think that you're sort of ready to take that leap into something new. And then for others of you, it's like for some of you, it's like you're ready to really like solidify a connection with somebody to give fully of yourself, of your heart, of your resources to someone or something because you feel like it is worthy. You feel like it is worthy. Okay, let's dig in with some tarot. We're going to use the Osho Zen here. Let's see what we got. Whoa, hello. Yeah, okay. You have New Vision, which is the Hangman card. You have the Six of Pentacles, or excuse me, the Six of Water, which is the Dream. Basically the Six of Cups here. Then you have the Knight of Rainbows, which is the Knight of Pentacles. Very slow moving energy. It feels like you're taking your time here in this moment. This week, you are taking your time before you make any decisions. You have the Two of Clouds here, Two of Swords. So you're moving very slowly before you make any decisions. It's almost like you want to investigate. You want to completely understand. Yeah, it's like I said, you want to understand everything there is about the past and everything, and you want to know as much as you can possibly know about where you're going. You want the full scope of enlightenment before you take that leap of faith. And then you have the Page of Cups here, and then you have the Knight of Wands. So it's like before you make this offering, which I think that as soon as there's like something you learn, it's like I think that you know what you want to do, but it's like you just want to be fully informed on an emotional level, fully informed intellectually. You just want to have a rounded picture. In some ways, this could be a little bit of procrastination, because just not wanting to move forward. I'm going to get some more cards out here, like just not wanting to make a decision. So like taking your sweet time. But let's see. Why are you taking your time? Why are you taking your time? You want to make a balanced decision here. You want to make sure that you're making a balanced decision here with integration at the bottom of the deck. You want to make sure that everything, you want to bring everything that you know in order to make the best out of whatever you're moving into. You want to make the situation that you're moving into as good as it could possibly be. And so part of it is like you feel like you need to do a bunch of research or something. Do a bunch of research before you commit. You have Nothingness at the bottom of the deck. It's the 5th major arcana card. That's the Hierophant. So yeah, before you commit in totality, right? You want to make sure you know all of the things that could possibly pop up for you. anything that could pop up for you. Also, I think too, it's like you're getting to know yourself a little bit in this deep dive that you're taking. It's like you want to make sure that you know yourself completely, like how you are going to, how you're going to adapt, respond, show up in the situation. This is the Devil card, conditioning. It's almost like you're needing to release everything that you had learned before, and like the part of the way that you're doing that is by like learning a whole bunch of new things about a topic or a person or a place. You're learning a bunch of new things in order to help you. They're saying help you heal through all of the learning from your past. You need to heal through the learning from your past, and so it's like you're taking time to create and craft a new vision, and you're being very intentional about it, very intentional about crafting this new vision. Because you want to make sure that you're able to that there's able to be collaboration in the future, not competition, not comparison, but collaboration. As you're moving forward, you want to make sure that there's collaboration. And then you have the Six of Clouds, and then the Four of Rainbows, the Miser and the Burden. This is the energy that you're moving away from. This is like the Six of Swords with the Four of Pentacles. Like, this is the energy that you're moving away from. The energy that says that you have to almost be overly protective of the things that you have, and almost not give of yourself. In a certain way. It's like I said earlier. It's like you want to make sure that you are prepared for any prickly situations, because it feels almost like you're planning to be completely open in wherever you move toward. It's like you want to be completely open. You want to be your whole self. You don't want to be operating under that old conditioning. And so in order to not be the miser, in order to be more gracious and more generous. Wait, look at this. Where is it? Oh yeah, grace and generosity, right? The benefactor. In order to be more gracious and generous in whatever you're moving toward, with the Six of Swords, it's like you have to undergo this reconditioning. But once you do, there's a celebration to be had. This is a card of reconciliation too, and you have that card out here as well. Card of reconciliation, the Wailing Tree, is reconciliation. So that you might be moving toward reconciling something, but in order to do that, you know that you have to reconcile some things within yourself first. Ways in which you have not been standing in your power. Places and spaces in which you've been holding on to pain and heartbreak, in which you that you kind of walled off and sort of oh, they're playing Icebox Where My Heart Used to Be. I got an icebox where my heart used to be. That's what they're playing here. And this is it's almost like in order to take your power back, you need to thaw out those places where there's an icebox where your heart used to be. You need to thaw that out and then reclaim your power, stand fully in your power, become more like the rebel, and it's like rebuke your conditioning. Yeah, you rebuke your conditioning. Rebuke your conditioning and rebuke your conditions is what they're saying. And then we have letting go here, walking away from things that do not serve you, with the King of Swords. the control, King of Clouds, and the the eight of water. Letting go and control. Letting go of like having to be like this sort of austere, very matter of fact, having this very matter of fact way of being or way of thinking about the world, the way of thinking about yourself in the world, and allowing yourself to be and allowing yourself to be more flexible. Six of Pentacles, to sort of compromise, to ebb and flow with you know, with the energies as they're progressing. To not be so rigid in how you think that things should go or how you think you have to show up. And then maturity, Ace of Pentacles. I love it. Yeah, this is what's happening. This is why you're taking this deep dive, because it's like you want to solidify the maturity. Like you want to really like feel like you're taking that moment. The Hermit. This is the Hermit card, aloneness. You're stepping back. The Hermit takes time, steps away from the people in order to gain enlightenment, and then can go back then and then share what he or she has learned in their time away, right? And what's happening is that you're maturing, right? You're growing. You are opening yourself up to new opportunities. You're blossoming in a way, and preparing yourself to preparing yourself for this new, like this new. It's like almost like it's a new chance. It's like a new lease. They're saying a new lease on life, like a new opportunity to grow, new soil, new a new garden. Like you are like tilling a new garden here. But you're like, you need to make sure that you understand the lay of the land, that you understand, how to work with this particular soil that you're going to be moving into, because you can't use the same tools with this new soil. The old tools won't work, right? And so because the sunlight is different, because the amount of rainfall is different, right? And so you're going to have to learn how to work. Like that's what you're learning right now. That's why you're taking this deep dive. That's why you're taking this moment to really like do the proper investigations and research before you fully put yourself out there into whatever this new energy is. I hope this is resonating with somebody out there. I'm just going to get a couple more cards. Yeah, because you're ending a cycle and you're beginning a completely new cycle. You have completion here is the World card on top of the Nine of Swords and the Nine of Fire. So it's the Nine of Clouds and the Nine of Fire. This is the Nine of Swords and the Nine of Wands. Exhaustion and sorrow, right? If it almost feels like you've gotten to a point where you are sort of tired of trying to hold up some sort of existence that's reliant on that old conditioning. It's causing exhaustion. It's causing sadness. It's causing anxiety because it no longer feels authentic with that king of swords out here. It's no longer feeling authentic. It's kind of like boxing you in a way, and you're ready, and like you're very much ready to break free. You're very much ready to break free, to break out, to do the new thing. Wow, with the Empress card, and then to like leap into this new creative energy, leap into this new garden, this new spring here. And then with the star, this is the star card, silence, 17. 17 is the star, I believe, right? So, and then with this card here, it's like really, it's a card of healing, but it's also a card of like, getting what you want, right? Of getting what you want. And I think it's like, you didn't know that you wanted it or something like that. There's something like, it's like there was something that like sort of a switch that kind of flipped that made you sort of like acutely aware of your conditioning. And which inspired then you to take this deep dive to learn that there were new ways of being, of doing, of seeing in the world. And that's it's inspiring this change that I think is yet to come, but is on its way. All right, let's go ahead and do a card for each of the zodiac signs. We'll do one card for each of the zodiac signs. And y'all, I think I'm only going to do it like this for another week or so, and then we're going to switch it up a little bit, but we'll see. All right. We're going to use the Hermetic Tarot for this. And we'll start with Aries. We'll go all the way through to Pisces. Whoa, 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 whoa. Jeez, cards are flying. Cards are really flying. This new beginning is desperate to pop off for a lot of you. It's like, all right, do you know enough yet? Are you ready yet? Are you ready yet? Have you seen everything that you need to see in order to make this movement forward? It's like the universe is encouraging you to like get to it. Get to it. All right, let's see. Aries. You have the Queen of Pentacles. This is really gonna aid in your stability, making whatever shift this is. And it feels almost like you might be changing jobs or something like that, Aries. This is interesting. Yeah, you might be changing jobs. You might be like moving house too, or like moving locations. This feels very like practical. And that is like the shift that you need in order to step into this new way of doing life, of living life, of seeing life. It could be too that you have been like really intertwined with like there's some energy. I'm looking at these heads here. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it's like you've been really intertwined with some energy that has like just become so it's like you're moving in a different direction almost. It's like but you're still like linked together, but like you know that you're moving in a different direction. So it's like now is the time for you to actually make that move and like solidify, like unentangle yourself. Unentangle yourself and really claim your stability, ground yourself into this new location. It feels like a location change, Aries. Location change, something like that. It's like some sort of location change. I don't know if you're moving jobs or moving house or switching offices, even something like that. But like it's time for you to do it. It's time for you to do it. It could too be that you're changing the way that you bring in resources. Like if you've been used to like making money one way, you're switching it up. You could also be like asking, like raising your rates or something like that, because that speaks to where you're going like in the future. Like it's like you might not have like done that in quite some time, Aries, and it's time for you to do it. Time for you to do it. Okay, Taurus. Ooh, Ace of Cups. New love, reconciliations in love too. Yeah, Tauruses, you might be really like trying to this is something that's being offered to you. You might be like, somebody may have like made you an offer in love, or it doesn't even necessarily have to be love. It could be somebody who's like apologizing to you, or or even like an offer in friendship. I don't know why these look like penguins to me. I know they're not penguins, but that's what they look like to me in this moment. Yeah, so it could be like friendship or something like that. Somebody might be like extending the hand of friendship, and you just want to make sure that because you've been burned in friendships before, you want to make sure that the offer is genuine. Or if it's somebody that's coming back to apologize, you want to make sure that they like mean what they say and they say what they mean. I think because you've had this shift in terms of self-love, that like you have like sort of been pouring into yourself, so you're not willing to accept less at this point. This came out in your reading on Patreon. The title of your reading on Patreon, I want to say, was do you want the teacup or the Holy Grail, or something like that. And I think like it's like you think that the offer that's coming in could be the Holy Grail, but you want to make sure. Because you've had a taste. You've had a taste because you've been providing it for yourself. You've been showering yourself in the waters of love, Taurus. And so it's like you want to make sure that whatever offer is coming into you is genuine. So you're taking this deep dive to really investigate that. Gemini, the Nine of Cups. Wow. They said be careful what you wish for. I feel like very much like something is there's like a wish that is trying to come, that's coming true for you, but make sure that just because it's what you thought you always wanted, make sure that it's actually what you want now. It's like what you like if you haven't checked in a while, like like if I were still like my life wishes were still the same as they were when I was 16, and one of those wishes came true, I would be like, oh, that's not even something that I want or need right now in my life. Like that's more of a burden than it is something that like would be like a wish come true for me now. So like check in, because it feels like a wish is wanting to come true. So you might want to take a deep dive on like what you've been trying to manifest and make sure that that really aligns still with what you actually are desiring in your life moving forward, Gemini, because you might, because a couple of things. It's like you might wind up manifesting something that you don't actually want, number one, or you might miss out on something that actually would be a wish fulfillment for you, but you're not recognizing it as such because you haven't checked in with what it is that you actually like, how you haven't checked in with your evolution lately, something like that, Gemini. Cancer. Wow, these cards. Ten of Pentacles. Cancer, this could be, you could also be making a physical move. You could also be like making more money, Cancers, or like getting a new job or something like that. Cancer, Ten of Pentacles, huh? It's the Lord of Wealth, so it has something to do with resources. Could have done some. It could too, like your self-worth could be increasing here, Cancers. You might be like, if it's not having to do with like a job and actual money or an inheritance or something like that, an inheritance I'm hearing. If it's not that, then it's like your self-worth is increasing. Like you're starting to. Investments that you have been making in yourself are starting to blossom, something like that. Seeds that you have been planting for yourself are now starting to blossom, and it's like, and it's making you feel good about yourself. How many flowers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 flowers. Yeah. Cancer, a lot of you, this is money. Like you get some money. I don't know. Like it feels very much like, this feels very much like you hit a jackpot, you win the lottery. Jackpot, lottery, something like that. I'm not telling you to go gamble. I'm not telling you to play the lottery, but I'm saying like that energy of like that luck be a lady energy is like all over this. It's also like make sure that they're saying make sure that you understand like the detail, like read the fine print of anything, like that you come into, whether it be an inheritance or like you win something or like you get a new job, whatever it is, read the fine print. Leos. King of Cups. King of Cups. This King of Cups is interesting. This King of Cups is worn down, is weary. This King of Cups, his cup is empty. Leos, you might want to take some time to regain some emotional balance, or something. It almost feels like there's a lot of like interference or disturbance here in this card. Like everybody's like out of order, out of place. Like the snakes in the air, the birds, like I don't know if you can see this, but the bird is like freaking out. There's all of this like turbulence in this water below. The flower is wilted, the cup is empty. The wheels of the chariot are askew. There's a lot of disturbance here, and it feels like Leo, it has to do with some sort of emotional imbalance. So one of the things that you might want to do is like think about the ways in which you have been like exhibiting some sort of like emotional imbalance, and really like take that deep dive there and get to the root of it, get to the root of why you have been feeling so sort of out of sorts. And then start putting things back together little by little. Like get some water from here and put it in the cup. Put the flower in the cup, and it's like, and then like get the snake in the water. Like pet the bird to calm it down. It's like you have to like slowly but surely start putting things back in order. But it's like you've almost got to take stock of where everything is at this point. Like, you know, if you're you know, I don't know, your heart's in your stomach and your head's in your ass. Like, you know what I mean? It's like you got to start putting things back in the right proper order, Leo. I don't know. I don't know. All right, Virgos. Princess of Wands. Be careful of being tempted by something, Virgos, or like, I don't know. This feels like in some instances, for some people it could be you're inspired by something. Right? You're inspired by something. You're inspired to some sort of action. But for others, it's like there's like this temptation. See the goat? Wait, where's the goat? See the goat there? And then the fire around the goat. There's like some sort of like, it feels almost like lustfulness. Yeah, it feels like lustfulness, Virgos. It feels like it could be like dangerous. I want to say don't get burned. I mean, yikes. Yikes. Virgos, don't get burned. Don't do anything super impulsive because you could get burned. So like, just like don't give in to the heat of the moment, whatever that is. So even if that's like, you know, you're having like impassioned conversation with somebody and you're like, I'm popping off, like patience, like pull back a little bit. Or if it's like you like are like having like a real passionate, like lustful moment with somebody, be careful you don't get burned. Use protection. I don't know. Something like that, Virgos. Be careful you don't get burned. But if it's like where you're being inspired by something, it's like take your time with it. Take your time with it, because if you rush it, it's almost like you stand it's like it stands to like incinerate right before your eyes, because it's like almost like it's like when you start a relationship and it's too hot and too heavy too soon, and then it fizzles out really quickly, and then it's like, oh, that was all it was. You thought it was going to be something great, but then it doesn't turn into that great thing. It's a slow burn. You want the slow burn when it comes to inspiration. You want no burn when it comes to like passion and romance. You want no burn, because that I'm feeling like it's like, I don't know, somebody's got like either a spiritually transmitted disease or a sexually transmitted disease or something like that. So just be careful, Virgo. Be careful. Careful of who you're interacting with. Could be a fire sign. Okay. Libra. Ooh-wee, Libra. Fighting, arguing. This is the energy you're trying to move away from, Libra. This is literally the energy that you're trying to move away from. This energy of strife, of competition, of constant conflict, of feeling like you're hooked into something. And you're dealing with like all of these goblin, like look at these, like you're dealing with these goblins and ghouls like in every direction that you turn, and it's like, oof, you just want to rise above it. You want to rise above it, but the thing is, it's like you have to unhook yourself. There's no way around like having to unhook yourself, because any which way, like if you try to just like it's like if you try to ignore it and just go about your business and make certain changes in your life, it's like you drag it with you. It's like you have to untangle yourself from the situation. You have to unhook yourself here from the goblins, from the ghouls, from the demons, whatever it is, from the conflict. From whatever that conflict is, you need to be unhooked, and then you can start moving forward. Then you're actually going to get traction as you spread your wings. You're not getting the traction because you're still like, it's like you're trying to take some things. I don't even think you want to take them with you. It's almost like you just want to, it's like you want to transcend them without having to do anything. Like you just want to kind of leave them in the dust, but it's like there needs to be like like you need to get like, I don't know whether it's like conversations or like there's some action that needs to be taken to unentangle yourself from whatever this this energy of strife is, whatever's causing the strife, Libra. You're not just going to be able to sneak out, is what I want to say. You can't just sneak out. You gotta like do something or say something. I think it's do something. Okay, that was Libra. Scorpio. Ooh, Scorpio, separation, 3 of Swords, Lord of Sorrow. And this is the energy that you are leaving behind. With this Lord of Sorrow, it's kind of like you're finally ready to like accept separations and heartbreaks for exactly what they have been, which has been like these lessons in order for you to gain clarity, in order for you to see yourself more clearly, and open up new channels and pathways for your growth in some sort of way. And it's like, it's almost like in some way you've been holding on to them as like, you've been holding on to them, and allowing them to keep you in like this. It's like almost like, how do I want to say this, Scorpio? It's like you've been holding on to past hurts as like these bumpers. That's what it is. You know when you go bowling when you're a kid, and they have the bumpers on the lane. It's almost like these like past hurts have been like these bumpers, these limitations that like if you get over to the side, then you get to like that time that such and such happened. And if you bump back over to this side, it's like that time that such and such happened. And now you're wanting to go straight down the middle. You just want to understand the truth of it so that you can move beyond it. Because if you look, it's like these two curved swords on the side, they eventually end, right? And then as you move, the bumpers are going to be further out on the side and further on the periphery, and less of a factor in your life moving forward. And it's almost like you're ready now to release those things. You no longer want to have to keep bumping up on the side of that pain. that sorrow. You're ready to move past it. All right, Sagittarius. The Magician. Okay, Saggies. You're extremely powerful. You have the ability to manifest whatever you like. Sagittarius, you have your powers of manifestation are very strong here in this moment. I will say that you can manifest a monster as quickly as you can manifest an angel. So like if you like, I would, and I also want to say, stay focused on your health here. Stay focused on your health, because I see the caduce here. I think that's a caduce that the angel is holding. So yeah, stay focused on your health. But it's almost like, you know what? You might be doing some work, doing some research on like law of attraction, they're saying the law of attraction and the law of detachment. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear what they were saying. Law of attraction and the law of detachment. You might be doing some research about those things, and if you're not, maybe you need to. But it's almost like you're you need to write down what it is that you're trying to attract into your life. I'm seeing a scroll here. You need to like write down what it is that you're trying to attract into your life. And I want to say like, stay on the light side of the energy. Stay on the light side of the energy, because the potential is there to, like, if you I don't want to say think negative, because it's not really thinking negative. I think like you could use your powers for good. Sagittarius is what I want to say. Use your powers for good here. You like, and this is an Aquarius. This is a week for an Aquarius full moon. So you like use your powers in service of humanity. Something that's healing, maybe something, because I see a star here at the top of his wand. So you might be doing something that's healing, or you might have the capability to manifest some healing in some situation. So do that. Focus on that, because you don't want to leave like a bad taste in anyone's mouth based on whatever it is that you manifest. You want like everyone to be able to benefit in some way, or you want at least whoever is affected by whatever this manifestation is, you want them to be able to benefit in some way. You don't want to just take all the benefit and not be able to lift people along with you or something like that, Sagittarius. Think of the many, use your powers for good. Capricorn. The Two of Pentacles. You have a lot going on right now, Capricorn. You're trying to juggle many things. But you're trying to also maintain a level of balance in your life. You might also be rubbing two pennies together. What's that saying? I don't have two pennies to rub together, something like that, Capricorn. You might be able to you are finding a way to stretch your two pennies. To stretch whatever you have, you're finding a way to stretch it and make it go on and on and on and on, because these snakes are in the infinity sign. It just keeps going. So like whatever it is that you have, you're making it work, right? You're making it work. You get like you're being blessed here. I see the crosses. It's almost like loaves and fishes or whatever. Like you're turning water into wine. Like that keeps happening for you. Like miracles keep happening for you to sort of extend. But it's like not necessarily just miracles. It's like you're making smart moves in a certain way. You're being very strategic. You're using past lessons in order to make smart moves, in order to make things work for you, make the world turn for you. The world is turning for you, Capricorn. you're able to make it work for you because you're using these past lessons that you've learned in order to keeps like it's like you keep the wheels turning. You're keeping the wheels turning. Some of you are, this is very specific and random, but some of you are going to be eating like some sort of mollusk, or not mollusk, could be mollusk or bivalve, like mussels or oysters or something like that. You're going to be having some oysters or something like that. Be careful that you don't get sick. Be careful that you don't get sick. Bad oysters. I don't know, Capricorn. Just be careful if you're eating shellfish. Be careful. Aquarius, gang, gang. Ooh, daughter of the flaming sword. This is the strength card. So Aquarius, you are, you're getting up the courage to do something, to try something, to try this new, to move into this new vision. But it's the courage that you need. It's almost like Aquarius, you think that it's like, this is very Aquarian. The more information that you gather, the more prepared that you'll be, the less likely you will be to like fuck it up, right? But it's like at a certain point, like you're not going to be able to know it all. Like some of the things you're going to have to learn as you go along. You're going to have to trust. You're going to have to trust that what needs to be revealed to you will be revealed in due time. And so I think like by the time we get to August, Leo season starts this week, right? Leo season starts on the 22nd. Yeah, so by the time we step into Leo season, Aquarius, it's going to be time to start making some moves, to start like shifting into this new existence. They're saying to start like obliterating your fears and like just making the moves that you need to make. Yeah, obliterating your fears. There's nothing to be afraid of. Like, because you have the power. You have the power. Okay, Aquarius. And lastly but not leastly, Pisces, Four of Swords. Pisces. For some of you, this is about taking a rest from everything in order to get clear, to get to find to get into a Zen state, so that you can make clearer decisions. Resting, pausing. It's almost like there's been like this. Taking the deep dive and learning everything, and it's almost like you're like overloaded at this point. You're overloaded, and you need to just take a pause, take a rest, really get into your meditations. For some of you could be trying to learn a lot about meditation. And your health, something about your health here. Your health routines or something like that. But you need to like pause on everything, pause on the conditioning, pause on the learning the new things, pause on outside opinions, thoughts and opinions, and just get into a really clear mind state so that you can like open your hands and prepare to receive. It's almost like you're holding on so tightly. There's a lot of like, there's so much control. It's like trying to control it. You're trying to control it, and it's like, instead of trying to control it, you need to take your hands off the wheel and be like, this would be like a time where you're like, you know what? I'm going to go on vacation. Like, y'all, like, this will sort itself out. I'm going to go on vacation and let the chips fall where they may, or like, even just like take a day off or something, whatever it is. But like, it's like, you need to take a pause. You need to take a pause. For some of you, you need to just get into your meditative practice more regularly so that you can get the downloads that you need to get in order to know what moves that you need to make. It's almost like you're trying to figure it out so hard that it's like actually preventing you from knowing what move to make next. It's like a little bit of release, a little bit of like quiet, a quiet, restful state of mind and being is going to bring you more answers than trying to figure it all out yourself, Pisces. All right, everybody, that has been the weekly message. I really hope that these resonated with y'all. And remember to listen for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and North Node. Please follow me on Instagram and like, share, subscribe, all of the things here if I resonate with you as a reader. And I will see y'all next time. Sending you so much peace, so much love, and so many blessings. Bye.